to get you over the hump day, to get you through the middle of the week. Do you see what we're doing here with midweek mix? Do you get me? Do you get me? No? Yeah? Anyway, it is Medley P. And he's got the mix of the mixes for you this evening. Welcome to the show, my G. How are you? How are you? How are you?
Yes,
I was thinking, can you even hear me yet? Can you hear me? This is what we're going to be hearing on later on in the show, and it features one of my most loved garage tunes. I am gassed. But for the people who are not aware of who Medley P is, who are you to them?
So Medley P is a DJ slash radio AP slash podcaster slash videographer. I'm a lot of things, but I'd say for what we're talking about today, I'm a multi-genre selector. I play a lot of stuff, but my 4 criteria that I stick to and love the most has got to be my garage, grime, my jungle, and my funky house.
I'm loving that, because garage for me has been one of the things that's been getting me through this lockdown. Like, I've realised that so many garage tunes have some really positive lyrics, and I didn't realise that I proper deeped it. You included one of my most loved ever, Battle, as well. But how has being in lockdown been for you?
I think for me personally, lockdown has made me appreciate time as a concept. So more time that you can't just spend the day just playing Call of Duty or games all day or something. For me, I'm mixing a lot more. I'm trying to push my content in different ways. So I'm making more visuals when I'm doing mixes. I'm making sure I'm putting up teasers online. I'm interacting with my audience. I'm just trying to stay proactive as a person. And I think that's the best way you can really get through this lockdown is if you stay in a state where you just feel you're constantly in bed, then you're never actually going to wake up, and you're going to keep thinking, when's this over? And then you realise it's never really over to some extent. Well, that's just hypothetically speaking.
Yeah, I like the idea that you have to stay proactive. And you're doing bits, especially with the creativity. No one has put together a video that they're coming out on the show in such a creative way, fam. I posted it on the socials. I'm loving it. But let's take it back a little bit. When did the journey begin? When did you start DJing?
So it's always sort of been around me music-wise. So my dad was originally a hip-hop DJ. So he used to select tunes in Scotland, in Glasgow. And it was a part of the hotel that they ran. And then my other cousin, Dave, he was a part of a group called Northern Lights, who were a Punjabi music crew back in the day. But I was always around it, and even when I used to go to school, my brother, big and up Sachin, he used to put tunes on my iPod for me because I didn't know how to do it. As much as I'm the older brother and it sounds stupid. And he had one tune on there which I'll always keep wheeling up. It had to be Boy Better Know, Too Many Man. And I didn't even know what a wheel up was at the time, but I used to listen to that song and I used to hear Frisco's verse and I screamed, I come through what is it on? Wheel it up. I didn't even know the concept of a wheel up. I just wanted to hear that bar again. How weird is that?
That is mad. And it's the fact that, did you say your younger brother was the one that's putting the music? He was putting the music on your iPod.
It's mad. Honestly, bro. It's hilarious at the same time. He was better with technology than I was. But when I got older, obviously I learned how to use iTunes and that. I'm not making it sound like I'm an absolute dunce.
How important then, because you mentioned the idea of growing up with music around you and in the family, how important was their influence then on yourself? Do you think without growing up with that around you, you wouldn't have been able to be the person that you are today?
I think I probably would be more different to what I'd say I am now. So for example, if I kept with what they listen to, I'd probably be very more inclined to different types of music. But I went on my own journey sort of. So when I was listening to grime especially, I remember there was a certain period of my life where I was abroad for a bit and I was listening back to music from home, which related more to where I was currently. Garage has sort of always been around. I remember when the first time I heard Soul Solid Crew was on Christmas Day, MTV was on, everyone was knockout asleep, and I was listening to the tunes and just going mad. And I remember I used to go to my mate's house, Josh Nice, We used to go to his yard, and I used to keep showing him Soul Solid Crew, and I was like, yo, these guys have done bits. Bear in mind, this is like big 2008, and their careers probably, you know, it's been around for quite a while, but I'm sitting there thinking it's a brand new thing. But yeah, it's always sort of been there. But I went on I think with everything that I've done, it came from my name, especially Medley P. Like, I've just meddled with different things. So the way I found jungle, the way I found like different types of funky house, like tribal and stuff like that, I sort of found it on my ones. I didn't feel like there were certain like tastemakers who I'd listen to and be like, oh, like, yo, this is pretty cool and stuff, but it was all for my own sort of touch and feel, if you know what I mean.
When was the moment then that you were like, oh, I can actually like do this as part of like a thing, like a career, or at least a part of the many things that I am doing? When did that moment happen?
I think it happened for me like before I went to university, because when I went to university when I started to learn how to DJ with my mate Alex at a society, which I forgot the name of now, but there was a DJ society, and me and my mate Alex Bridgman were like, yo, we're gonna do this thing properly. But I was more like when I was at house parties, like I used to do the playlists, but I used to play all the songs that I liked. But it clicked with certain people, like, oh, you know this tune. Like, I remember one time I pulled up to a house party and I played DEE Street Fighter.
Keep fighting, that's what I'm bad at. My thing working perfect. I come through in the beat up under, give man a under slaps like he on.
But like, obviously a lot of people didn't know the tune, but certain people did know, like, oh, yo, props for you knowing that tune and whatnot. And it sort of came from that. But yeah, I think it came from listening a lot and understanding, oh, this could actually mix well with this. So yeah, it came with time, but also like exploring as well.
Do you remember your first set that you got paid for?
My first set that I got paid for, well, I have actually not been able to do a live set yet, to say the least.
For real? With all of these litty mixes that you got out? No, Medley, come on.
You know what? If someone's listening right now, you can book me. I will show down your dance. I do different types of styles, as I've said, like grime, garage, funky, 160 BPM stuff, like DMB and stuff like that. I'll go crazy.
Sell it, Medley. Sell it. You didn't even drop the socials yet, but we'll drop them later. Where people can find out, you know what I'm saying, to book you, fam. But don't worry about it, because right now people are going to hear the levels, the absolute levels. Talk to me about the songs that you've included and why in this week's midweek mix.
So the tunes that I've picked, I thought about me as a person. I was like, this is my first ever radio mix, so I wanted to intertwine pieces of music that meant a lot to me. So I remember the first time that I heard Architects, Body Groove, absolute banger. I was in the whip around like France or something like that. I was in Paris and I was listening to a lot of UKG around them times. Down in Bedingfield, gotta get through this. There's a funky remix I found from a guy called Snow. Crazy tune. The first time I heard that tune, I was like, wow, I need this within my mix. You know, I've got some other stuff in there as well. I've got a little bit of grime where I stem from, you know, a bit of Sticky. We've got Eldiz and Liati in the mix, Sesame out now from the Seen Not Heard Records. So we're doing big things right now. Apple Chantes, we've got a bootleg in there from our guy Timothy. Wookie Bat.
We've had him on the show as well. Shout outs to Timothy. That was sick that you included him as well.
Yeah, he's doing bits, man. And that tune changed the way I thought about Apple Chantes. Like originally, it was like an absolute reflip. But yeah, Wookie Battle. I think Battle is just one of them songs that gets you through your day by day so well.
Listen, it's my tune, fam. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you included this in the mix. Probably happier than anybody else, and I don't care. Yeah. Where can people then find out more about you on the socials?
So my social media, the best place to get me at is on Instagram. It's P8OLA, and then you've got Twitter, which will be capital P. It's Paulie, so AULIE_98. But those are the places to get me at. I'm active on there quite a lot. I'm not bad and bougie. I do reply to people, but yeah.
I love it. I love the energy. It's sick. Thank you so much, Medley, for coming through. I need to give you a full title, Medley P, for coming through and giving us the midweek mix of this week's show. I'm so gassed to press play on it. Do you want to introduce it? I want to give you the pleasure. You take it away. Introduce the mix to the people, Medley. Introduce it.
Medley P, This is Medley P, and you're here with the midweek mix from me to you guys. Have a nice evening. But